Everybody, welcome back to the HoloNet Marauders, HoloNet Marauders Live, whatever this is called.
The who?
It's been a
I was
while.
just waving my sock around. In case you're wondering.
Coming to you live from isolation for half of us, because unfortunately Star Wars Celebration. Yeah.
Matt and I.
This guy right here.
I got mad.
I'm in the isolation studio here.
Oh gosh.
And I've just been in my room for 3 days, so.
Same. Well,
Losing my mind.
You look so good.
I'm in the process of downloading things to share from Celebration. So chat amongst yourselves.
Where did
That's
you find
Nacho
that water mask? I think the chat's gonna want to know.
Oh my, in hell.
I think that's how you got COVID, Matt.
In hell.
I found it. Oh, where did I find it? I found it at like some random stall, like the first day, or the booth, I should say, the first day. And I thought, like, I gotta continue the rubber episode 1 mask tradition. I can't
Continue the
let
legacy.
that go. So
I
now
actually spotted it, and I was like,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah, you did. I've seen this mask before. I don't know why it's brown. Watto's like blue.
Yeah.
But it's brown. There's like some bluish parts of it, but it's mostly brown. This thing's a mess. Just awful.
It's amazing, though.
But I love it. I love it so much.
You know what I've learned as well? I already knew this, but spending a week in that room with everyone, Matt is also a mess. I bet everybody could pick up on that.
That was Matt's corner of the room.
That is like a real photo.
Disease.
Of
I
my
wish I was
side of the
kidding.
room,
This is me waking up This is Matt and I waking up every morning.
next to the. Oh god,
yeah.
no, that was me waking up when you would walk into the room.
Chad, I thought about this. You
Oh,
did wear
jeez.
that mask. Go get tested,
so-
buddy.
Uh-oh.
So my recommendation for everyone, for anyone wondering about Star Wars Celebration in general, is they had the mask policy, but it wasn't well enforced. Pretty much everyone outside was not wearing masks.
Well, I think we caught it on the
And
plane.
people,
Well, I think
and
Matt
people
caught it on the
inside,
plane.
it was like
I
back
think I
and
caught it
forth,
on
but
the
I
plane.
believe that our group caught it somewhere on the plane.
Or at
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Or
Either Disney early
yeah.
on in Disneyland or the plane. It was either Sunday or Monday, I think. So like right as we got there, and it couldn't have been worse luck.
Yeah, it
That
sounds
could've
like
been
a lot
worse.
of folks
That
got
plane.
got hit by it, unfortunately.
That
Yeah,
guy
it was bound to
crossed
happen, you know.
the aisle coughing his ass off. He got
Seriously,
me.
yeah.
He got me.
If you went, get tested. And then get tested a couple days later just to be sure. If you went to Anime
Yeah,
Boston,
definitely.
get tested. If you went to MegaCon recently,
If you left your
get
house.
tested. If you left your house,
Yep.
probably should get tested.
It's a good
But
time. Good time.
Matt
to
and
get
I
tested.
are. Matt's had it
Absolutely.
for. Matt, you've had it for maybe like over a week now.
Well, I started losing my voice on Wednesday, and I
So a
thought that
week
was just
ago.
because of the con. I really didn't show
Right.
any symptoms. Like I didn't have a fever. I didn't have anything other than like the loss of voice. So, you know,
Yeah.
we're assuming that's that was a symptom that I didn't realize I was carrying. So, but yeah, I've had it for almost a week, at least, if not a week, and I'm pretty much down to very low key symptoms. So.
Same, I guess. Slight fever, but nothing too crazy.
But
That's
you didn't
enough
come
about-
here to hear about
But anyways-
our
No.
symptoms.
No.
Celebration was a lot of fun.
Celebration
Other
was
than that, it
nice.
was very fun. Yeah, Jamie and I got to go to Batu finally. Oh, jeez.
Oh, what'd you guys think?
What happened? Oh my
Uh,
god, I loved it.
Went
there's a-
beyond the hype, I would say. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
it really,
it's-
really does it.
It's one thing when you like see all the photos and like the spoilers of like the park and whatnot, but like it's a totally different thing when you actually see it. And like I don't like feel bad that I was like spoiled for the park or like Rise of Resistance was like spoiled for me or whatever. But like it was
Right.
just like it was really cool and it was much different than like you would actually like expect. Which
Dude,
was
the first
great.
thing,
And
first thing Jamie and I
yes.
did was beelined
this
it
pork
to
is very large. This is a nacho.
Rise.
People in the chat, Jill, keep calling it buttons. This is not buttons. This is nacho. I've wanted a pork like this ever since they've
Come
come
on,
out.
guys.
This is nacho.
Yeah, come on.
I like his little
Nacho
thing.
is
That's
actually
Clearly not buttons.
his little teeth.
Is Buttons up there?
No, buttons is downstairs. She's also quarantining. I need to. She needs a full feather scrub. She's
no.
seen everybody. No, but this is Nacho because of Better Call Saul and because he likes park nachos.
He's got the teeth to chew them, that's
Wano.
for sure.
Do they have nachos at Disneyland?
They must.
Probably.
It's a theme park. Come on.
Somewhere, maybe. I can't think
Anyway.
of
You're-
anywhere, though.
You are
forgiven.
forgiven. You are forgiven. But anyway.
So, we don't have any pictures. We're here to talk about Kenobi. 3 episodes we kind of have to talk about here, but we'll do our best. We don't have any pictures from any of the episodes because
I told
we've been
you
busy.
we didn't prepare at all. Everyone's
been
either
very
been sick
busy,
or just
yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I guess we'll talk about the first 2 kind of combined.
Yeah, because those were basically like one episode. You know, who was crazy enough to watch the first one and then just like, oh, I'll wait a week for the second one. No one.
All right,
My friend
this
Rohan.
is yeah. This is
Really?
your spoiler
Oh,
alert
yeah.
for all of Kenobi so far. All of Kenobi so far. Spoiler alert. There it is.
We did get the milk. It was
There's
very
one.
good.
We did get the milk.
Mm,
thought
blue
so.
milk, green milk, all the milk.
That is
Green
the
or blue?
spoiler.
Green
Ryan had
or
a
blue.
I like blue better, but Ryan persuaded me on the green too. It's
I
pretty good.
really liked the
They're
green
both
milk.
good.
I would say the blue milk though, just because it has a more distinct taste. I don't know.
I'm pretty centrist. I like them both for
Same.
different reasons.
Same.
I feel like we
I wanna
got a
combine
bad
them.
batch.
You gotta
of,
be Han
the
Solo.
green
You gotta
milk.
pick a side, dude. You can't stay in the
I like
middle.
the blue. I liked the blue.
The blue is better,
I
just by a
liked the green
smidge.
as well, but I think
sipping
that we
blue milk.
literally got a bad batch of the green, possibly because it was like a little bit like
Bad
different
batch
to
of
me.
the green.
I remember, like, as far as like the way they mixed them as alcoholic versions, the blue one was better than the green in terms of like the flavors and what I liked out of it. But
We didn't get any of that.
that's all right. They were surprisingly strong, but refreshing in the heat.
Ugh. Alcoholic milk just doesn't sound right no matter what color it is.
Well, it's like a slushy, so
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
slushy.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
different.
Sure.
So we're here to talk about the Bad Batch. I mean Kenobi.
That season 2 trailer though.
Hey,
Jack.
that's
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The
wait,
poster,
you
the
opened
trailer,
the
the
door.
bonus scene that we saw.
Woo!
Goonji. It's Goonji.
I'm sweating.
What do you think about the new paint
Wow.
job and the
Oh,
new
I love
looks?
it.
I liked it.
I am
Different,
obsessed. Like,
It's got summer
like,
vibes. I'm glad it's coming out this
yeah.
fall.
but it was cool. Oh my god, I know.
Summer vibes, but it's gonna be in the fall. It's gonna be
Thanks
great.
a lot, guys.
It's gonna be great.
You missed the
Gonna
mark a
keep the
little
live,
bit.
the summer vibe going. That's what
Yeah.
it'll do. I like Amiga's new outfit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it.
Finally
I like
out
her
of
new look.
pajamas.
She's grown.
Yeah,
She's like
Yeah, a little bit.
taller.
Yeah.
and Cody
Yeah,
being in the
the-
mix.
Cody.
I'm very
Oh, yeah.
excited.
I'm
And Goonji.
sweating. For
Okay,
multiple
so-
the
reasons.
wall and all that.
I'm gonna make a very abrupt transition though because that just reminded me. How did you guys feel when we saw that clone trooper, the veteran?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
We're jumping
I'll
into
have you
Obi-Wan
know.
now.
Let's
Jumping
jump into
into
Obi-Wan.
I know.
Jumping into
I
Obi-Wan,
just,
yeah,
I
that-
just left turn.
Seeing the one clone, that was like my like lone take from that entire episode at first. Like we're in the hotel room, and the moment it ended, I like paused and like went back, and I was like, guys, can we look at this for a second?
First
There
time
were
we
two
see
types of people in the
Tamura
room.
armor.
Two types of
clone
people
armor.
in the room. There was Jamie, who's going, let's look at the clone again. And there were me, AJ, and the rest of us gathered around the TV going, do we see the Grand Inquisitor in any of the other trailers post episodes 1 and 2? Are we, what's going on? What are we looking at?
Very interesting.
Yeah,
So-
it was. Those are the two takes, and
That
I
was
went
a
on
mad
like
scramble.
I went on like a deep dive with Ryan about how did this clone not recognize Obi-Wan, and what we have come to agree on here is that the legions are huge. They are huge, and there's a very good chance that they never would have actually met their Jedi or their commanding officer. I mean, maybe like in like thoughts, and then also just like thinking about it, this guy is probably like a stereotypical homeless vet, and historically they've always had like there's been like drug problems, and literally Obi-Wan going into like a spice den and like a spice lab,
It's getting
so like
dark,
there's a
man.
lot going on like with that, and that poor guy, man. It was really good to see Tem in clone armor though.
I know, with the full
Yeah, I
blown
want
know.
any
beard.
more of that. They've opened
Not
the,
CG.
they've opened
Oh,
the
man.
floodgates on that, and I'm like,
Give
okay.
me that.
Give me
There's
more.
been so many pictures posted like today, like as well, of just like the people who like did the stunt work and like whatnot for the clones. I actually like ran into one of them at Celebration, like talking with him for a long time, and oh gosh, guys, there's a lot coming. That's all I can say. So, there's a lot coming.
Oh, that's very exciting to hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked the way it
Ewan's
opened up.
daughter, yeah.
Oh,
That
Ewan's
was-
daughter.
Very, very dark. Oh yeah, that
was cool.
That
She
was
was
a very
great.
exciting thing.
Yeah.
She did a very good job.
But I guess let's go back to like the start of the show, right? So
Yeah.
Order 66.
it opens with Order 66.
Why do they keep opening up this word?
I know
I know.
It seems like every show now has to be. Oh, we got to do Order 66. Hold on, guys. Like every single show now
was
has
good,
to put
too.
us
It
through
was
that
great.
again. It's like the obligatory like trauma before you watch the show.
I'm pretty sure every single one of us watching collectively was like, no, 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 we didn't
Literally,
need this
as soon
right
as
now.
it started
Like,
up, we're like, come on. Because we've had it like 4 times in a row now. We had it in Jedi Fallen Order, we had it in Bad Batch, we had it in Book of Boba Fett, and then we had it in Obi-Wan. Stop
we,
it, guys.
we knew it was coming.
well, in
I thought
Fallen
Anakin
Order,
was gonna
it
show
at
up
least
too,
wasn't
but-
the opening scene.
No, it was worse
Yeah.
because you had to play through it. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was awful.
That
True,
happened to
I
me.
loved it.
That caught me way
So-
off guard.
So this bit,
Oh,
I think Rebel
100%
was one of the
Jed.
Padawans. I agree.
Yeah,
I think that's why
100%.
they showed it, because there's the group
Yeah.
of like the 5 Padawans there, and I'm pretty sure that's why they would show that, so she would have that little trauma.
Shout out, Adam. Thanks for the recommendation. Thanks for convincing me to buy it because it's
Right.
now one of my centerpieces.
Oh,
There
the
it
Prince
My
Caesar.
Prince Shizor statue.
Oh.
It's,
Front and
oh
center.
my god. It's looking at you in 2 different directions, I'll say that.
Our favorite Star Wars Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah. Yep.
The tag even says real Shizor hair.
Yes, it does, dude. Yes, it does. Look at that. Look at
Did
that
they get it
stance.
from Shizor himself?
Yeah,
You ready? Look at
plucked it.
that. Real Shizor has realistic
Feline
falling
hair.
Oh,
hair.
lean hair.
Yeah.
It also tells you that it's for ages 3 and up. Can't wait
What
to
did
do
you
this.
do?
That's
Is it just
exactly
like
what
a-
I'd give a 3-year-old.
It's just like a. It's just a figure. It's not like a piggy bank or anything.
It's just a. I don't even know what it is. It's just a hollow trophy thing. Who made this? Who bought this? I bought this.
You bought it.
What am I doing?
Great purchase.
I don't know, but you
Oh.
bought it.
Best purchase. One of the best purchases at Celebration for sure.
I like this take. This take. It just caught my eye. You should do it.
You definitely should. I
Do
love
it.
the old clone look because right around this time is when Rex would also be looking like Santa Claus. So
Right.
they
Starting to be,
gave
yeah.
him like the bushy white beard and the. Did he have hair? He was bald, wasn't he?
No, he had hair.
They knew what they
He
were
had
He
hair.
had like
It was like
some like crazy like straight long hair, not like luscious
they-
hunter hair, but like it was some like straight greasy hair.
they took the time to make him, scraggy and old, as opposed to, I don't really know what else they would have done, but to give him white hair was a good touch.
Right.
There's no white hair on this clone really. I mean like a little bit. It wasn't like all white
gray.
though.
Yeah,
Couple
Yeah, gray.
grays.
it was like light
Yeah.
gray. So, do you guys think it's interesting that
Oh, sorry.
what's happening?
I'm just dropping in
Produce.
clips. I didn't
Oh man.
produce.
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 The cabbage is coming in.
I'm sorry.
What were we gonna say, Jack?
Why did I read it as produce?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to
Jack,
drop
you
some
were about to
videos
steer
in.
us in the right direction.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I'm
back
so
on track.
sorry.
Do you forget?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Is he frozen?
What happened?
I killed him. Oh no. I'm so
is
sorry.
great. All right, so the episode. Jack, can you hear us?
I'm so
Yes, I can hear
sorry.
now.
Okay.
I don't know why that happens. It's
What
such a
just
silly
happened?
little glitch.
I thought you
I'm
froze.
so sorry.
Oh my god.
The
What is
produce section.
happening?
Ah!
What?
It's just
I love
there. You
picturing
could have
us,
said
like-
it to me then.
We gotta. Okay, so the produce section wanted to chime in. So what I need is a selection of Melu runs with the faces, and they're all gonna be singing. Someone please draw that, please.
Like the
my
bananas?
That's what I need. Yeah.
Or the raisinets?
Alright.
Bananas. Anyways.
All right, Jack, what were you going to say? Do you remember what you were going to say?
Yes, I do. I was curious your thoughts about the whole Reva knowing about Anakin
Ooh.
when like we've seen evidence of Darth Vader yeeting people for the mere suggestion they might know he's Anakin.
So I think,
I saw.
personally,
I don't know if. Go ahead,
Go
Matt.
you go.
Well, I saw Brent mention a lot the other day. Our friend Brent. I don't know if he's in here, but he had a good take that maybe Anakin took Reva from the temple in Order 66. I don't know why he would decide to take Reva instead of just killing her like he did the rest of them. But I like that take.
Well, I
makes
mean,
sense.
if she is a Padawan or a youngling, what do you call it? Yeah, I'm very curious to find out how she survives.
Well, I think she's definitely one of the younglings they showed at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think, after their master is killed, they say, what do we do now? And one of them says, run. And I think they're on their way out of the temple, or they're like making their way out, and they'll probably encounter Anakin. I don't think this is the last Order 66 flashback we're getting.
Oh, no.
I think
yeah.
they'll encounter Anakin. He'll be about to do the same thing he did to that little kid in the council chamber, but then Palpatine will come out, be like, no, spare these ones, release them. And then like that's how we see like the first Inquisitors being born.
Yeah.
Is like that group of younglings gets indoctrinated.
Maybe Anakin can sense like more evil in her, or in some, and that's how he picks them or something. I don't know how.
Now, were all
work,
of them
but...
humans?
I
Who?
think
At the beginning?
Yeah,
I think all the
Padawans.
younglings were.
I think all the
so.
younglings were
Like-
humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like wouldn't be like fifth brother or fourth. Or,
What species is fifth
Yeah,
brother?
no. Lizardmen.
Ah, good.
Did you
Oh,
say
dinosaur man.
Lizardman? Dinosaur
Lizardman.
man?
Oh, that's a
Fifth
good
brother.
point.
Google it.
Dave Valor
doesn't
was
say.
bringing up it could be the Grand Inquisitor when he was the Temple Guard.
Right.
It's not the flashbacks of Hayden that I wanted, but I'll if that happens, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
they mentioned
You're gonna-
they
you're
got
gonna
it
get
from
your
the
fix.
letter. I think
Yeah,
we're
you're
gonna
gonna
get an
get your fix.
explanation.
Oh yeah.
I want Clone Wars. I want that armor in
You might.
live action. That's maybe
love
too big of
how-
an ask.
The lone moment we've like seen like Hayden as like pretty much like himself as Anakin is just like the haunting on the edge of like the cliff there, just
That
like, looking
was
at Obi-Wan.
That was amazing.
That was like so spooky, and it had
This recent
no
episode
right
was-
to be that spooky.
That's
Yeah.
true. We've
I
already
love
had a
Oh my
precedent of live action Hayden. Oh boy, that
Yeah.
was spooky.
That was spooky. I love
It
that.
was spooky. It was the good like haunting like I'm gonna kill you like stare, and it was really good. But it was
And
like
it dri-
really
It drives home that Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though he knew that Anakin was Darth Vader, he still expected a somewhat Hayden-looking Vader. Like he didn't know what the hell Vader had become.
Yeah.
And that moment where they finally meet up again, oh my god!
I know.
Like
That's
the
a
look
great
on
line.
Obi-Wan's face, like just spooked him so
As
hard.
of right now, Ewan McGregor like definitely deserves to be nominated for an Emmy for like he's been so good in this role, just being terrified Obi-Wan.
He terrified Obi-Wan. That's a good way to put it.
I love
A lot
that
of good
though.
introspection.
Oh yeah, for
Especially
sure.
in the first episode. Him being so broken. Like, I feel like my friend brought up a good point that like Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan is like kind of sarcastic, but he's very knowledgeable and he like knows his way around Tatooine and isn't afraid to whip out the lightsaber when necessary by that point. And so like he was hoping for more of a bridge between those two takes, so instead we're getting like a more broken weakened one, which I think is more realistic personally, but
Yeah.
I do hope that by the end we see something closer to Alec Guinness with like him being a little smart Alec with Han Solo the whole
Smart
time.
Alec.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's what's gonna happen that he gets to that Alec Guinness point of just being like a cunning old man, like
See, I think
I feel like
Goes on, he's me.
always grinning and everything, like in dire situations. But
that this show, I mean, him connecting to Qui-Gon is probably going to be the end. And I have this whole
Oh, we better get
theory
Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
After
I-
episode
I-
3's
I-
opener, I'm like, okay, we're getting Qui-Gon.
you can't spend
Yeah, I
the
love how
whole
it
show
literally
being
just,
like,
like-
"Hey, Qui-Gon, you get a call," and then not have Qui-Gon like call
You just
in at some
at the
point.
very end, just,
Qui-Gon, you up?
Hey,
no,
buddy.
I'm busy.
there's
Talk
always
to
a
me
bigger
later.
fish.
But
I don't want to
do
talk
think
to you right now.
this show is about like Obi-Wan's letting go. I have a theory that to achieve Force Ghostdom, one needs to like let go of everything. You need to become like full-on Jedi, full-on let go. And each character we've seen so far goes through a trial of kind of like sacrificing themselves and letting themselves go, and then they become a Force ghost. But we never see Obi-Wan do that. And I think this is going to be him kind of letting go of Anakin, you know, letting go of that idea that he can be saved, and just kind of, you know, being at peace with what happened.
Right.
Yeah, like he's more of a human man kind of perspective.
It's
like, this is not Anakin. He is dead.
As weird
no
as it
point.
sounds, it's going to be like almost triumphant, but at the same time, like it's sad that Obi-Wan is like giving up on Anakin completely, like letting go of everything that happened. But it's like a necessary step, I think.
I can't imagine him like reaching out, because we know there's going to be that payoff probably too. You know, Obi-Wan once thought as you did.
Yeah,
But I can't imagine Obi-Wan reaching out at this point after being dragged
I
through
don't know.
flames and everything.
Yeah, that was hardcore. Like Anakin's
That was.
like,
that was.
how do you like this? How does it feel?
Yeah, no, I mean, and you
know
know,
what else was
like
hardcore?
what? Oh, no!
Frick.
I
Oh my
love
god,
how
can we
he's
talk
a
about Freck?
Frickin'
We'll get to Frick.
frickin' Zach Braff, my god,
Yeah,
That was
kinda
Zach
blew my
Braff?
mind.
that was Zach
Yeah.
Braff as
That
Mr.
was Zach
Mole.
frickin' Braff.
That was Mole Man. Yeah,
Guys,
The Underminer.
they're
You know, like-
minors and they're moles.
minor moles.
I
How
love
much
that.
more
I love
on the
this shot.
nose are we getting here?
I mean, come on, the Mon Calamari are squid people.
The
I know,
minors are
seriously.
moles.
True. Minors and
Um,
moles.
I mean, they're playing to their strengths, and I just, it's funny to see a guy who's like treated well because he plays by the fascist state, their rules, but to have Zach Braff of all people, poor Donald Faison. Like,
Nothing
I
wrong
know
with
for
a
a
little bit of
fact
order.
that there's nothing more that Donald Faison wants than to be in a live-action Star Wars show,
Mm.
and
Maybe
for
he
Zach
still
Braff.
can.
Maybe Zach voiced
Hype
it. I gotta
Faison
like
can
tune
pop
back
up
into the
somewhere.
podcast to see how the hell that happened, because I'm deathly curious. Because poor Donald must have been like, when he saw his name in the credits, been like, "What?
You got to do that? Yeah,
You
seriously.
son of a bitch!"
Hey, Donald Faison got a pretty significant role in Resistance.
I just
Like-
know he
Right.
still complains about not being offered anything more, because he definitely wants more. He wants more. He doesn't want to be just a voice.
Yeah.
Although if Zach was just a voice, then they'd be kind of on the same level, because I
don't
see
think they
Zach
made-
Braff being under that suit.
Yeah, I don't think they made him dress up like a mole.
Yeah. That was
I
a
love-
great part,
I do
though.
love the like whole like kind of blissfully ignorant, kind of just like, oh yeah, you know, nothing wrong with a little order. Glad you like the Empire like I
Yeah.
do. Yay. Oh.
He's just like,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
it's
follow
fine.
their
Happy-go-lucky
rules,
kind
it's
of,
fine.
you know, jerk who's walking around being like, oh, it's okay to be fascist because
With the flag on his pickup truck.
Well, it was neat seeing that, like, you know, the stormtroopers all are friendly. Like they know him from the routine of
I know.
their day to day, and so like they're buddies. That was
Yeah,
really
that,
neat.
that was an
They're just
interesting
using
angle.
the civilian transports. So
Yeah.
it's literally the Empire came in and was just like, we're gonna use your facilities and everything, and you either gonna conform or you're gonna die. And so these people are like, all right, I guess we'll conform because they don't have anything else to do. And Freck's probably seen some shit,
Oh yeah,
Probably.
but like
Yep.
he just rolls with it so he
But
can
he's
like
just-
survive.
he's all good. Oh,
He
yeah,
rolls
me
with the
driving.
dumb worms.
Well, he probably thinks that whoever is tangling with the Empire and you know getting killed by them or whatever is they're probably deserved for XYZ reasons. Like most people in a fascist state, if they're not rebelling or resisting against it, they try to, you know, compartmentalize and justify as much as they can so they can get through their day to day. And
Yeah.
it's not cool. It's better to resist, because he literally turns them in. He's like, "Hey, these guys are weird."
I know, I didn't think he was gonna, but
I thought he
Yeah.
was just going to be
What a
like,
jerk.
oh yeah, no, these guys are cool, whatever. And then realize like, I was harboring a bunch of fugitives. But no, he caught on. What a jerk.
let's
Yeah.
He
let's go
deserved
back
that
a
punch in the head.
bit to end of episode 2, I believe it was.
Oh,
This part.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on this?
kept me up at night
Jack?
every
I'm
night.
so confused. Like,
Right.
because
he's not.
So
There's no way he's dead, but like.
No.
no way. I mean, like, come on, Darth
That's
Maul
a
survived
kill
being cut in
shot there.
half
Right.
and being thrown into a garbage pit on pure hate. I'm sure the Grand Inquisitor is going to survive. It was just surprising to see that, like, it wasn't really addressed in Episode 3 either. You know, like, Vader's like, nah, fuck him. Excuse me. You know,
It's all good.
Yeah, he said that too. He said, "Excuse me."
yeah, sorry, I shouldn't swear. I know it's not professional. I'm the Dark Lord of the Sith and all, but you know, shouldn't swear on transmission.
Yeah, they basically talked about the Grand Inquisitor like he was gone because
Yeah.
like, oh, Reva, you can be the next one. And it's like, wait, what? But
Filoni must know, and like must have been in on that because I'm pretty sure wasn't he like involved with them like tuning out Maul from the production because they were like thinking about bringing Maul back for it at one point, at least according to rumor sites.
Yeah, they say no. Rumor sites say yes, so it's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, there's surprise that we definitely should go back and dial back to freaking Kid Leia.
oh yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna
Talk
yeah.
about Kid
She's
Leia.
been
Oh,
she's
yeah,
been
yeah.
awesome.
Well,
Oh my
before
god.
we get to
Lola.
that, though.
Lola.
Okay.
Oh,
I really want to know. Sorry, what?
Lola. No, but before we get too far
Lola.
from that, I just wanted to highlight this one. The Grand Inquisitor says to Revy, "You came from the gutter." That's like pretty much along the lines of what this says. No relation, but what
Kylo to Rey.
Lady no. Well,
Yeah.
yes, that probably more so.
You're
but I was gonna say
garbage.
Lady Proxima says to Kira, "We pulled you
Oh,
out.
yeah.
We can put you back in."
Yeah, that was a good Lady Proxima.
Yeah,
That was great.
I also burn in sunlight.
So let's talk about
Yes.
little Leia. I'm pulling these photos
Look
up
at
on the run
You-
here.
You got it
You
going.
are.
This is good.
Oh,
Look
whoops.
at
Saw that.
We'll get to that later. That was the last
Good
time
lord.
we all
Is he
talked.
back?
But yeah, little Leia and her droid Lola.
want it.
Lola.
We saw them at Celebration in a little Hasbro case.
Yep,
I
little
love
Leia in a
how-
little Hasbro case. Yes.
I think that the pre-orders went live today for like the
Oh, we
virtual
missed it.
versions of
Crap,
them.
I forgot to.
Criminy.
I think that
Oh,
they're
well.
still available.
Oh.
But yeah, I love how they were able to keep this one a secret. For the most
Yeah,
part.
Yeah.
total left field.
I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm not in tune with the leaks, but the regular crowd they kept this a secret.
Yeah.
They did.
And I think that that's
The regular
fantastic.
crowd had no idea. You're right.
Well, they red herringed
yeah.
us by showing us little Luke, you know, like so no one expected
Right.
little Leia.
Yeah.
Because
true.
everyone knew. Well, he's gonna just like be
And
watching.
we saw
the
so
loop.
much Alderaan. Like, oh my god.
Oh
great.
We got
my
Joel Edgerton, so like we assume
God.
we're gonna make good use of him, and like basically that whole scene was all we got of him. But yeah,
He killed it in
Um,
that scene though.
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
seeing Alderaan, oh, he did absolutely. Seeing Alderaan was something that like at the end of Revenge of the Sith, when like Leia gets handed off, that's something I really wanted to see more of because I'm like, oh my goodness,
It's
this is a planet
gorgeous.
I've heard about
This-
since A New Hope.
This
Yeah.
is
See it.
literally like that
Looks so cool.
utopian planet, and like I'm in the mountains and the modern city and everything. Just it just looks
You're-
so good.
Our
Yeah,
friend
Reminds
you
me of
Scott.
Mass Effect.
We were watching it with our friend Scott and
Yeah.
Kendra, and Scott I think said to Matt or something. He was like, "It's literally the perfect planet," and they blew it up.
No. It was even better than that. He didn't say it to me. He said it to himself. He mumbled angrily, like it was like a personal affront against him that the Empire had pulled. This planet's so beautiful, and the Empire blew it up. It was like,
It's such a great feeling.
Classic
to
And I
Scott.
follow.
took that personally.
yeah, it was like his call to action. He was ready to take arms against the Empire. I don't blame him.
So happy
Alderaan
to see
looks
Jimmy
great.
Smiths is back.
Oh
And he-
yeah.
and he
Oh my
crushed
god.
it. That
He did.
scene, oh my god, with him and Leia on the balcony. That is just such a beautiful scene. That might be one of my favorite scenes so far.
It might have been
I
like Batman
love-
Begins with like Bruce and his dad.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
a little
Fulvers.
It's a good comparison.
I love how much they were able to build with like Leia's relationship with her mom and then Leia's relationship with her dad. Like I love how much they were able to just like shove in about like this is her dynamic between the two of them. And like obviously like both Bale and Breha like love her very, very much and she loves them, but like it's just so cool to actually like see like this dynamic finally playing out. And Bale is such a good dad. Oh
He
my
is.
god, I love him so much like
He
already.
is.
And like Breha, like Queen of the Planet, she is like also like fantastic. Like so good.
It makes
like
it
this
just
too.
makes him blowing up makes it's just so much harder every time. he
And
appears
Leia's
on screen, 'cause
cousin.
He's always the
It's
best.
always been
Not
so
Leia's
hard.
cousin. Leia's cousin can blow up just fine. I don't care about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that kid can.
She just like torched
Yeah.
him like no mercy. That's the Leia I know. Like she's such a sassy little firecracker. It's
Yeah,
great.
sassy little
Yeah.
fire.
It's like don't mess with me.
Yeah, really.
I will wreck you emotionally, and you will think about this moment for weeks.
And I
I
love,
love how she has it already, and like she is perfect as Leia like immediately. Like she is smart, obviously still like a little naive because she's a kid, but like she is so smart already, and it's just like she is perfect.
She
and
reminds
I love
me.
that she's like a little kid still. Like in episode 3 when she's talking to Obi-Wan and she's like, I didn't mean any of this to happen. I ran away. I run away all the time. She's like, you know, she starts to like lose it. You know, she starts to lose her composure because she's just a little kid. She's like in the middle of all this like really
Children
scary
often
stuff.
overreact.
Right.
Yeah, she
I
realized.
don't even think it's
the
real
gravity of her
overreaction.
situation.
She's in peril. I mean, she's
Oh no, that was a quote.
And then Flea.
Children often overreact.
okay.
Flea
yeah,
comes
I
in
think
and
that-
steals
yeah.
her.
Flea! Oh my.
Flea, freaking.
Whenever Flea popped up on screen, the entire room was like, "Is that Flea?"
I'm sorry.
I love that
like,
he's an actor and just shows up in content sometimes.
it's hard to like take that bit seriously because it's Flea, and like he like looks like a really looks like a cool like Star Wars Underworld character, but at the same time it's just like we have perfect little Leia and Flea. It's not
And
like
Flea.
Leia and like a random like smuggler bounty hunter that looks really cool. No, it's Leia and Flea. Like
Yeah.
there's no
Renowned
separation
actor.
between him.
From the
It was a
Wildfire
bit like
Berries.
when Ed Sheeran showed up in Game of Thrones,
to the
but kind of
Future.
the opposite reaction where it's like, oh my god, Flea's in this. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Right.
With the Ed Sheeran in Game of Thrones, you could like barely notice it was him, obviously, until he like started singing. But
It
like,
was very distracting.
I
In many
yeah.
thought it was
cases,
him right off
I
the
didn't
bat. He's
care
got a
after
very
a second or
distinct
two.
look.
Yeah, that
He also-
hair.
He also
Why
just
didn't they
sings
have
a song.
Flea sing?
He doesn't like abduct like a child. Yeah, why didn't Flea
We
sing?
should
Why
have
didn't
played some
Flea
bass.
Yeah.
Give us something.
But like the casting on Leia reminds me of like the reality that like you never want to cast based on looks alone. Like when it comes to someone playing the exact same character at the same age or like a different age, they gotta be able to nail that exact personality and like
And she's
give
doing
you
a
the
great
look
job.
like,
She
oh my
has,
god, that's
yeah.
her. It's her.
Yeah, that you're right. I honestly think personality embodies a character more than their looks. In terms of like, you can cast somebody who doesn't look like somebody, but as long as they act like them,
Oh, look at
your
Alden. I
imagination
mean,
can
Alden.
fill it in.
Yeah, that's
I
why I
think
hate
Alden does
fan
kinda
casting
look like Han.
because
Yeah.
they always fan cast on looks, and
You're
no one
right.
ever considers like how these people like historically act.
Like that Chris Pratt fan thing for Indiana Jones. They were like, "Oh yeah, have Chris Pratt play Indiana Jones." It's like,
Ooh.
I don't think that would be
Nope.
compatible at all.
No,
And it won't now.
They made him look, yeah, no.
Speaking of Indiana Jones, no, we'll get to that later maybe.
Welcome, my friends, to the
I,
Oh,
I
no,
have
no,
that-
no, no,
Forbidden
I have that
Eye.
video queued up,
Oh god, oh god.
but we'll see.
Oh no.
Who burned Obi-Wan worse, Uncle Owen or Vader?
Owen,
Uncle Owen.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
Oh yeah, no, that was
why
brutal.
was that a question?
That was a good question.
I had to
like
ask
that
it.
question.
I had to ask it.
I really do like Obi-Wan burning in fire. I really love that Darth Vader was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's
I'm
what
just
it feels
I'm
like.
just gonna set Obi-Wan on fire like he did to me. That's not, that's just how I'm gonna
I
do
think
it."
that if we want to dive into it a little, I think that it's like obviously he's had a lot of time to think about this and what would he do with the opportunity in front of him. I mean, it's almost kind of like when Dooku says to them, "I waited a long time for this." It's like him taking that inspiration from like a different Sith Lord. He's like, "All right, I've waited a long time for this. This is what I'm thinking
I've been
right
looking
now."
forward to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
No,
Sorry,
it,
goodness.
it's true. It's that old Sith revenge that they love so much.
Sith
I
revenge.
can't get enough. Can't get enough. There's a movie I think about that.
I think so. I'm trying to pull up a picture of Ned B. The
I
Droid who saves the day,
loved
but-
Ned
Oh,
B.
Ned B was great.
he was
Ned
so
B.
good.
Actions speak louder than words.
I love how.
How did he know
we
to like
were
get in
all-
there and carry him away? Like he was
'Cause he
pretty far
knows-
away, wasn't he?
He knows what to do, man.
He's a loader
knew what
droid.
to
He
do.
saw something to load. He's like, I'm gonna load
That's
up
right.
this
There you
package
go,
of
I'm gonna
Obi
do
Look
Dira,
at
Wan.
this
um,
sack.
What was her character's name?
Tala.
Tala.
She
I
was
love
really
Tala.
cool.
Yeah,
I
she
love
was.
how I love how everything we've seen so far. It's like, oh, she's gonna be an Imperial. She's gonna be an Imperial, and then immediately it's like, nope, disguise. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was
totally
great.
nailed it.
that was
I was
really
so
cool.
happy.
I love that when Leia found out like that
T-Money.
Ned B couldn't talk. She's like, what if he has something to say? I'm like, oh,
I know.
so
wrecked me.
I think that that's really important for like Leia's characterization in general, though, because like Leia always like values like what droids say, And,
Never
like,
underestimate a droid.
Never underestimate a droid. That's like one of the lines in Rise of Skywalker that obviously should have been one of the others, but whatever. Never underestimate a droid. Like, Leia puts a lot of value in droids, and she sees that they're important, and she loves Lola, and obviously she entrusts the plans with 3PO and R2. Well, just R2,
Wow.
not 3PO.
Yeah,
'cause he can't keep
R2.
his mouth
3PO
shut.
had.
But
3PO
like,
was just there.
it's that formative moment
never
where
even
she's
thought of
just
that.
like, she's already like like being like, all right, yeah, I agree. Like I wish that this droid like could express itself, and I think that Ned B was also kind of looking at her like, yeah, this girl's all right.
She should have given the plans to Ned B. She kept him around.
Seriously, he probably
He
gets
would have fit on the Tantive 4.
murked by
Tantive
Vader.
4.
I love how he
I
had
love
that hammer
how-
just ready to go. I was like,
Oh
give
my
me more
God,
stormtrooper
he was-
hammering.
Ready. He was ready. I love how also we were all duped in the trailers that was a butt of a clone trooper, but no, I was just a droid the entire time.
It was
The
Ned B
butt
all
of a
along.
clone trooper.
Oh well,
The butt of a clone.
The
butt of a clone.
That'll be next episode.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Have these episodes had titles?
No,
No, they've
part
just
1, part
been-
2, and
Part
part 3.
2. Okay. I was just thinking of that.
Yeah.
Weird.
I actually like that.
Yeah, it
There's
works.
Did Book of Boba have titles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
From
so
the desert comes a stranger. Best title.
Yeah,
does
that was
Mando.
good.
Mando has titles, and they're chapters, not just titles. These are parts. It's different.
Parts. Don't want to get it mixed up.
Well, I think for the most part, like Kenobi is a limited series, and they're kind of just playing it off as if it's just one long continuous story. It's not
Can
like
you believe it's
serialized.
already half over?
No.
No, no, I
pretty
can't.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, having both last week just kind of just like threw us right to the middle ground just immediately, and it's like wait, what
I
Hold
know.
on, no, but I need more. Like I really hate 6 episodes. Like I need like 8 minimum. I kind of missed the days when there were a ton of filler episodes and it was like 25 episodes a season.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think
I don't
anything
know.
in this show is gonna be filler.
No.
No, I know.
With 6
At all.
episodes.
But I could
So I'm
use
like-
I enjoy this time with Kenobi
Hey.
and like getting to see him
They could have
in this
spent,
like
like-
middle point.
3 episodes in the tunnels. Maybe they get lost on the way. Maybe they do a few side quests down there.
Yeah, I don't like that tunnel system. Like, hold on, wait.
Everybody's
hold on, is it
complaining
one
about the tunnels. No, it's
Or
not
is
just
it-
one tunnel. We see at the beginning when the doors
There's a lot of
open
tunnels.
that the tunnel leads down and then splits. So there are a bunch of tunnels down there. It's a whole network.
All right. I just don't like that Reva got all the way around and knew that there was a pilot that she needed to get
I
around
think she just killed
to.
the first person she saw.
Guess what?
probably.
That, and she also, has the Force and can find her way through a tunnel.
Sure.
Or maybe
and
she used a
locate
probe
where Leia
droid
is
to go.
going.
We just didn't see
Her,
it.
speaking
maybe.
of that back area, freaking dropping Quinlan Voss references.
Dude.
Ooh.
Quinlan Voss
Heavily, like,
references.
oh my God, I
High
had a
Republic
tear in my
references.
eye.
Caleb Doom
Yes.
references.
Dude.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I need to
Freaking believable.
High Republic.
we gotta go back and look at all of the text on there because the only thing he says out loud is Quinlan was here, and that's first of all like cool. Obi-Wan thought he
Quinlan.
was
The way
he says it,
literally
too.
one
Here.
of the only survivors, and the fact that he says it is just like, and that Quinlan stops by and helps from time to time. Guys, I am getting so much fuel for like thoughts right now. This is like everything I've been looking
I love
for. I am
Quinlan.
like, oh my gosh.
really
yeah.
It's a good contrast to Obi-Wan because I mean like Obi-Wan's had to like completely keep out of it to take care of Luke and like that's an important mission, but like seeing that
brought
Quinlan's
it
just
on
actively
himself.
helping on this Jedi
I know.
Underground Railroad like,
Of all people,
definitely
Quinlan.
makes him
Yes.
feel
Yes.
Quinlan of all people, definitely like
Yeah.
his mirror.
I love how
then
you
Dodge.
mentioned that as well. That like hey
Hi,
Dodge.
Dodge.
I love that you mentioned that it's pretty much the Underground Railroad because it is
Yeah,
like down
is.
to like they have like a hidden rooms, tunnel systems, people leading the way, others coming in to help, but not all the time, just some of the time. It's just
Right.
it's
I
so
really
good.
do
And
think-
it is this period in which like they need that kind of a system as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just
Star Wars
I have
hadn't
so many
really
ideas.
leaned into the whole like genocide angle of the Purge, but I really love that
This is the show to
Underground
do it.
Railroad system. I love that,
Yeah.
because I mean it really is. It's like harboring Jedi. It's
Craig
so good.
Kenobi.
Craig Kenobi
Or Obi-2.
Obi-2. Yeah,
Obi-2.
there you go.
back in the day when people used to think Obi-Wan was Obi-Wan because he was a clone from the Clone Wars. That used to be a
What?
popular theory. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
I wish I could
must
unknow
have been
it.
too young for that back in time.
That's way back in the day. That's like late 80s and 90s.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I
But,
just saw a tweet. Apparently, allegedly, there's gonna be a season 2 of Obi-Wan.
No.
Where you
Oh.
seen that tweet?
I will wait until it's officially announced by.
I was gonna say I'm going to leaks. Hold on one sec. They'll have
Yeah,
it.
Matt.
I
dig
always say, like,
dig a little into that for us.
I will hold my breath until I see an announcement from them because I treat them all like one season and I just soak it in and I take
Right,
what I
yeah.
can.
Well, yep, I'm seeing it.
You're
It's
seeing
Bespin
it?
Bulletin. It's Bespin Bulletin. Yeah. According to he who must not be named, that's a pretty good source.
Okay,
How can they do another
interesting.
season?
All right, well, let's leave that in the dust and let's focus on the only episodes that have happened so
You heard it
far.
here first.
Yeah.
Well, you heard
Well-
it here
How
like
about that
We
fight?
heard it from someone else.
I was just
How about
the
rewatching the Vader Obi-Wan duel.
Loved it. I loved that duel.
Great lighting.
Yeah. First of all, love the
Mm.
lighting. Love the lightsaber
Great
light.
lighting.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I love how Vader's
especially-
like, "Sup?"
dude,
Yeah, I know.
I
They-
love how scared Obi-Wan is. The
They
whole
fought
time.
in Boston Sand and
Shook.
Gravel, pretty much.
Yeah, they really did. They really did.
Yeah, I loved this fight so far. I love how these first 3 episodes have been Obi-Wan reopening himself back up to the Force again as well, because like he's like barely like used it at all or barely communicated with it, and maybe that's a piece of why Qui-Gon won't talk to him is because he's closed himself off from it.
Oh, definitely.
But he doesn't use it at all until he saves Leia, proving to her, yes, he is a Jedi, and then she's just like, you're pretty cool. But then like Obi-Wan, like
Then he doesn't use it
it's weird like seeing him like not being able to fight kind of because he's just so out of practice. We know he'll like get better.
You know what it's a good
and,
parallel
get back
to,
into
Matt?
it, but like it's just so interesting.
Matt and I were talking on the phone last night.
What is that face?
It's a great parallel that we talked it out on the phone. We were like, oh, Obi-Wan doesn't go out to really fight. He goes out to distract Vader so Leia can get away. You know, so
Yeah.
it's a great parallel to the end of Last Jedi where Luke
the
does the
same
same thing, distracts the antagonist so Leia and the Resistance can get away. So
It's so good, dude. It's so good. I mean, that's
Yeah,
such.
that's good. I like that.
it's a
man,
Jedi
it-
thing to do.
It is the Jedi
Yeah.
thing to do, and I mean, the parallels between Obi-Wan in this show and
Oh, he was
Luke in
very
The
Michael
Last
Myers.
Jedi are just, you know, they're one to watch.
Oh my god, just killing a father and son,
Dude.
just
Snap
Oh
his
my
always
fingers.
gosh.
away.
like a
Oof.
slasher villain.
I don't
He's
want to hear
always
anyone say
been-
that Disney doesn't go hard, because I saw a stormtrooper get severed in half by a laser fence, which is a
That was
huge
pretty-
work
that was pretty cool.
hazard. That is top of my list of Imperial work
huge
hazards.
work hazard.
OSHA's
Uh,
coming
so
in
where's
for
Yeah,
that.
Space
I mean-
OSHA?
Space
Not
Ocean.
even talking about all the lack
Sposha.
of freaking walkways with handrails.
Yeah, no.
But that is an insanely dangerous fence because like there's no handrails on top of that guard post. And
Yep.
yeah, Vader's just like, all right, I'm gonna start killing these guys until you come out. So you, hey you look fun. I'm just gonna drag you. I'm just gonna
That's a
drag
good
you for
point,
a
too.
while. I'm just gonna drag you. It's freaking
Obi-Wan
terrifying.
does.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Someone must have been talking a lot about
Obi-Wan
Multiverse of
division.
Madness or something.
Yeah.
But what's going on, Brian? Good to see you in here.
No, but he's, you know,
yeah.
Brian's also right that I mean that is how Obi-Wan dies in, you know, A New Hope. Although
The ultimate
kind of-
diversion.
it's kind of taken down a notch when you
Shivering with
realize that
timbers.
the Empire was letting them escape. So Obi-Wan just
sorry.
kind of sacrificed himself to distract Vader for nothing.
This was-
I mean, but he did. But he
Shivering
was
right back.
he was
timbers.
trying to die.
This was a tough episode to watch with like
Arr.
having COVID because I was like, I want to feel better, I want to feel good, and then I was like scared the whole time during this episode.
I
So.
feel
Yeah,
good.
like this. This probably was one of the most like brutal pieces of like live action like Star Wars stuff we've ever gotten. At least in like the sections
for
with
sure.
Vader, obviously.
What else? What else could be more brutal? Episode 3 is all I can think about.
Yeah.
I mean, I really can't think of any other show or piece of Star Wars media on screen. The comics can get pretty bloody.
Kylo Ren mowing down everyone in the beginning of Rise of Skywalker, but we don't know those people,
There's
so
a bunch
it's
of
not
faceless
as like
lamos
Yeah,
who don't
true.
have
yeah,
kids.
so it's not as like
Cuts a few
dramatic.
people in half.
Oh, it's
but
dramatic, but not as dramatic as this.
No.
In the
Yeah,
comics,
like
Vader.
in this episode though, like we have like him walking down the street and like literally families like yelling for each other, and like that's terrifying.
Mando got pretty brutal. Like that meat room fight. Mando cuts
meat
the
room
guy in
fight.
half on the
The
table.
meat room.
Yeah, it started with a guy getting cut in half by the door in chapter 1.
Right.
That's
that
true
too.
too.
Yeah.
That's true
But
too.
I mean, Vader, like, I love that Vader has never been done wrong on screen by Disney, so no one can ever talk crap about the way they've treated Vader because he is
He's been
always
handled perfectly.
horrifying and like to his full potential as a Dark Lord of
Right.
the Sith that we've been told he is. Because, like, let's face it, New Hope, it's a little clunky.
I love
that-
just,
that
like,
fight. I love it,
Obi-Wan
but
sensing him
Vader.
show up, and it's like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
It's like
that was such a good
He
moment.
feels him and he's like,
Oh
I know
god.
who that is.
that was
Yeah.
a good. That's the perfect sound.
Oh no.
Oh,
it's not good.
no. Oh god.
Oh,
The
I
Hank
think I
Hill
just
noise
crept
of
my Jedi robes.
All spoiled
Ugh.
noises.
Oh yeah, we talked about this a little earlier. The Anakin little vision on the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was horror movie stuff, horror film
It
stuff.
was
really
horror
was.
movie stuff.
He just looks over for a split second, and there's Anakin standing in Filoni's backyard, staring at them.
Just casual PTSD.
It's
That's what you
it's
do.
funny like saying that this is
Sure.
like the most like horrifying like thing obviously so far, because like we started watching Stranger Things season 4. Please don't spoil anything in the comments, everyone. But we've only been 2 episodes into it, and oh my god, there's a
Spooky.
lot of horror in it this season. And so we jumped
Buckle
from
up.
like watching.
Porg is scared.
Did
Terrified.
you see his mouth drop
Yeah.
open? That was hilarious. That was like,
Like-
perfect timing.
Yeah,
It is a lot. It is a
Volume
lot.
1 is on par with season 1 of like volume 1 of season 4 rather.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And anyway, so like
But
we're
Dodge-
jumping from like a lot of Stranger Things like gore to like Vader like snapping people's necks, and I'm like, there's a lot of violence I'm consuming right now, and I don't know if I'm okay.
Dodge
That's
brings
fair.
up a good
it's
point
it's
about
good for Vader.
Obi-Wan and Ahsoka in Rebels. And
Yeah.
that's a really good
Yeah.
Comparison.
parallel. That's something. As soon as I finished episode 3 yesterday, I went back and I watched all the scenes with Ahsoka and Vader. I watched Vader in Rogue One. I watched Vader in Fallen Order. Like I did all like the badass Vader scenes, but like the people who encounter Vader and who knew him as Anakin Skywalker, it's like scary. You know, like there's just like a certain feeling that comes over them that's just like too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like Obi-Wan has to support himself on the wall. Ahsoka like friggin' passes out for crying out loud when she figures it out. But yeah,
Did Freck
That's
die?
a really good point.
no, he just got bonked.
No, I think he got like knocked out.
Obi-Wan knocked him out.
Obi-Wan just like
Right in
clocked
the
him in the
snout.
back of the head.
Traitor.
No.
In the back of the head. Can't ruin
Back
that
of the
snout.
head.
We
You
need
get
to
a
use
classic
that for
bonking.
sometime in the future.
He'll be
Oh,
back.
Jamie,
All
I
the
see you
recycled
uploaded
cost-
some videos here.
I did. I uploaded a couple. I uploaded
play
a couple
them?
from the trip. Yeah. So we mentioned, I guess, do the milk one first, because we mentioned going to Batu and drinking the milks. This was AJ's like 3rd milk, honestly.
Blue's better. Yeah, that's how it went. No.
No.
No. No. Oh god. Yeah.
In this next video,
In this next video,
a
so Matt
masterpiece.
bought a couple toys at Celebration.
Oh my God.
Prince
Couple.
Caesar over there, and he bought a couple little figures as well. He unfortunately like lost one of these figures at some point during the trip. May he rest in peace.
Jack
But-
and Obi-Wan, I miss you every day.
Jack
It
and
was
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, and you pressed something on him, and his arms filled
He
around.
had
So he
he had a button on his back and he was holding a lightsaber like this and he'd go like this. But he didn't have the lightsaber. He
He
just
had
had his hands
lightsaber
like
swing
this.
in action. Oh, he
Right.
had college dorm
Yeah, Jack. and
Yep.
Obi-Wan.
something action.
I lost him. I put him in my pocket for 2 seconds. He was gone.
gone, but
Gone.
he did manage to keep
unfortunate.
the Luke, and we have a special look at a live-action Luke doing the same thing.
Oh my god.
Am I hitting it?
Yeah, you're hitting it.
And the only thing is, he was
Oh my
And
god.
then
That
I walked
video.
by with the Shizor.
My lord.
That figure, first of all, awful figure. Has a hunchback. Luke has a hunchback. And his arms are just like loose on like every joint. So he's just flailing them around when you press the button and he's not holding a lightsaber. It's awful. But oh my god, I gotta find him. Where is he?
Any Dash Rendars?
He's lost too.
No dashes. Couldn't find a dash.
Oh.
Whew. All right.
Speaking of,
Yeah, I love how both of those videos featured Ryan. So thank you, Ryan. You didn't know that we were going to show those on the stream, but thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
love you, Ryan.
Ryan's best.
Did you guys see frickin' Dave Filoni getting talked to about Kyle Katarn a bunch of times at Celebration?
I did not, but we
No.
did see
Honestly,
Dave
no.
Filoni.
Yes. I'm just
On
saying.
Indiana
It
Jones.
happened. There was like IGN did an interview, and they apparently they asked him about Kyle Katarn. He's like, it's the second time I've heard that name, like in the last 24 hours. And he like talked about like how like he gave like an interesting like little anecdote about how they wanted to use Dirge, but they couldn't get him for some
Dirge.
reason in Clone Wars, so they created Cad Bane instead. And so he was
What
like
did they want
hinting
to?
at
They
like
wanted to
how
use Dirge and what?
Clone
they
Wars.
wanted to use Dirge for some reason. They weren't able to use him. I can't remember the specifics,
Oh,
but
okay.
instead they that's how Cad Bane got created, was because Dirge couldn't fit as a character.
Probably literally
And,
too. He's way too big.
He was
Big
kind of
boy.
alluding to the idea that like like Kyle or like characters like Kyle could come back, just maybe not in the form you'd expect, which is like what I'd expect. Most of the things that he is notable for have already been done by people in canon. So
Jason
Let's
Syndulla.
see.
That's all. I'll
We
say.
are 50 minutes into the stream, and Jack mentioned Kyle Katarn. I think that's a new record.
15. 50.
I really
Yeah,
tried to
Dodge.
hold it
50.
back, but it was
I
so
was just
Considered
about to
relevant
say,
cosplay.
Dodge, if you're still here,
It's all good.
Dodge
don't have
did
that
a
on the
mean
bingo
Dave
card.
Filoni.
Guitar and Rendar.
Oh, please,
Lord.
be
Hey,
still
we
my
saw
heart.
in the publishing panel, they posted a bunch of pictures of different characters that they may or may not be covering in the future, and one of them was Dash Rendar.
Right.
And one of them was
That's
Dex. And one of
And
them
one
was
of them
Therm
was
Scissor
Dex.
Punch.
Therm Scissor Punch, yep.
Jamie, should I show off the Indiana Jones video?
Okay, yeah. So
Am I able to show that? I think I am.
yeah. I think we'll be able to show that. So friends who have been at Disneyland, you'll be very familiar with this if you've ever gone onto Indiana Jones and the Temple of Forbidden Eye. For those who don't know, this is literally the safety video that you
that's the
see
Disneyland.
when you go in through the queue, and we are obsessed with it. Oh boy.
Oh god.
Oh boy. You shared your audio, right?
Is Gimli in
hope.
this?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Here we go. So
my
this plays on
God.
a loop. It just
Here
just
comes
keeps
two.
going.
Welcome, my friends, to the Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
Yeah, this just plays on a loop the whole time
shall
you're
now
online.
give you counsel to safeguard
So
your miraculous journey.
Welcome, my friends.
Here in your transportation devices are ingenious pouches
Ah,
for
nice pocket.
safekeeping all earthly treasures when the journey becomes
Look at
bumpy.
that.
And to keep you safe and sound, here are special hooks attached into the seats.
pointing at the
Simply
seat
pull it
belt.
from
Oh
the
my
right,
God.
inserting it into the left, like so. You see the excellence of this invention? Your off-road journey is high-speed and turbulent, going over rough and rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced, I assure you. Now, my friends, one final word of advice. Once you have entered the Chamber of Destiny, look
Where's
not
the
into the
thing?
eyes of the idol. That would be dangerous.
That was me on the head.
Very dangerous. Well, my friends, your
Where is
moment
it?
is drawing near. Already I am envious of the wonders that await you.
Here
we go!
There he is.
Is.
Let me
Yes!
tell you, we
All right,
were
get that
in
outta here.
line. It was okay. Indiana Jones had like a 60-minute wait the whole day, so we did not dare go near it. But eventually, at the end of the night, it's like really late. We've been at Disney World all day, or Disneyland all day. Finally, we get in line for Indiana Jones because it's short. We get in line. We're all just like exhausted and delirious at this point, and we get stuck right before
In
they
that
cue
room.
you into the ride itself. So we were
Oh no.
in that room, and that thing was literally going on repeat. Literally no like pause between the ending and the beginning. It was almost like it was just
It's just
one
constant.
video, just continuing.
30-second
We-
clip
no.
again.
And again. I think we were just like hypnotized because
We
we
were.
memorized the whole thing we just became like obsessed with that video after
His
that.
name up with Sala.
So that was on Monday of our trip.
God.
So it
Right.
was with us the entire week.
It was with us
and then
the entire time.
when we went back for Star Wars Day, we of course had to go on it again, and like, oh my god, it was
and our
fantastic.
friend Zach was in the driver's seat.
Zach drove both times. It was great. Like, oh my god, I'm still.
This was
oh
Matt
my-
showing off his toys in his pull-out couch.
That's gorgeous.
I don't know if you could hear it, but welcome, my friends.
Welcome, my
Oh
friend.
god.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. No, that celebration was a good time. I mean, that was fun.
We'll be recapping it soon, maybe this weekend on our
we
Yeah,
definitely-
yeah,
we
we'll
should
do a
definitely
proper
recap
recap.
episode.
We had to share those highlights though of
Yeah,
Right.
Sala.
Sala. What a legend. What an icon.
Oh my god, I love him.
What
I
else
hope he's
about
in the next
Kenobi,
one.
guys? What else about Kenobi?
What else about Kenobi?
We probably missed something, but
Oh, we definitely did. But what else we got?
I like how Obi-Wan buried Anakin's lightsaber in sand.
that was cool.
Mm.
Not that deep down. It was like
Missile box.
a foot
I mean,
down.
let me tell you, at this point, Anakin's saber has spent more time in sand than out of sand. Probably
That man is not pleased.
for the rest of
No.
eternity.
No.
So, just pointing that out.
Disrespectful. I'm surprised Obi-Wan isn't in the house. You know, he's not doing too
Yeah,
hot.
he's in the cave. Oh yeah,
That's
This-
accurate.
I have zero.
I heard about your
self-control.
Skittles comment, Dodge.
Oh my
Like,
god. Kumail Nanjiani, the fake
Oh
Jedi.
my god,
Oh,
we gotta
yes.
talk about
Oh.
him.
He was great.
Oh
That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
crap!
That was hilarious.
He was so good. What a great
He
character.
was.
That's embarrassing.
I loved his
Oh, that's
his entire
embarrassing. That's
bit
the
as
line.
well. So just question in general. So his bit was like conning people, but he was actually getting people off world though to a good place. So was he conning them but helping them?
Yeah,
right?
he was just
He was
making
Yeah.
money off
policing
it.
them, I'd say. You know, like,
Okay, yeah.
they're still getting where they're going, just like he said, just a little bit poor.
I liked that. I liked him though. I liked his character a lot, and like I liked how when like the bounty thing came through, him and the kid were just like, all right, yeah, we should try to help this guy since like he's like legit.
But they didn't. It wasn't even like we should help him. It was just like, oh, that's embarrassing, and then they just like get to work.
That's embarrassing.
He's a good example of how like just being around an actual Jedi can have a good influence on you because
Yeah.
like he kind of turned his ways a little bit once he realized who he was dealing with or what he
When he
was dealing with.
threatens him. Yeah.
I'm guessing he didn't want to.
Oh,
He
for
hesitated to ignite it because last time he did it, he cut Anakin almost in half. So
Well, I think that's also like you ignite a you ignite a non-red lightsaber, you are a target in
Right.
so many ways. So like
that
you,
too.
like Kanan and Cal. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked on it for a second, but
Kaz.
both Kanan and Cal Kestis both had that moment of like crap. I really don't want to ignite my lightsaber right now because then there's gonna be
Oh,
my
what's
problems
Kanan's
are
line
gonna
there?
multiply.
I'm about to let everyone in on the secret.
Yeah, I'm about to let everyone know the secret.
It's
That's such a great line.
But it's
That's
true.
like my favorite canon line.
He's so
Oh,
good.
and Matt, do you have the Skittles thing out?
Yeah. Hold on.
Skittles. What are you
Was
guys
it Dodge?
talking about?
Was it Dodge who commented on the-
Skittles?
First
The
of
green
all, I
Skittles.
have this candy dispenser. This episode 1 N1 Starfighter candy dispenser. Here it is.
Look at that.
This is
Oh,
like
there
my
are Skittles in
prize from Celebration,
Oh,
and
I
it
love
comes with a pack of Skittles. And I thought it was
For
Dodge who
$19.99.
mentioned that these Skittles are ancient, so they're lime flavored, not green apple flavored.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta eat them.
There's a great YouTube
I
video
see.
from the Weekly Planet where they go into the merchandising of
I just
Star
watched
Wars.
that today.
And, oh my god,
Oh
he's
my
one
God,
of
it
my
was so
favorite
good.
channels, and it was so funny
I love
because
the
the whole
Daily
video
Planet.
he's threatening to drink a limited
The-
edition Pepsi,
Yeah.
like the one that has like Anakin or Sebulba on it.
Yeah.
He's like, I may or may not drink this by the end. You'll have to stay to find out. Like clickbaity the whole time, and
And
I
then
won't
he-
give it away.
Oh,
It's
okay,
very
all right.
good.
I won't say it.
Um,
But should I
but,
do
uh,
that? Should I make a video and then at the end should I threaten to eat these Skittles and then eat
You
them?
should. You should.
Maybe.
It was a very good look because like the reason there wasn't so much
I
Attack
don't
of the
think you
Clones stuff
should.
was because there was so much Episode 1 crap left over.
Yeah, that it,
They're like,
it
we
became shelf warmers.
completely overdid this.
Matt, you know
we
what's
need
gonna
to dial
happen?
it back completely.
If you eat those Skittles, you know what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
Dog worm for sale.
So you should not eat those.
I think I should.
You know
I
what?
think I
It
will.
might solve your problems. You never know.
Maybe.
You never know.
Might break my teeth, but
That too.
That's probably the most likely thing because they're like solid crystal. Oh my god.
there he is.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
Newt, Newt.
Yes.
Oh no, he's
Newt,
back.
Newt.
Oh, he's back.
Transparent
So-
Newt.
Really quickly, but for anyone who like didn't know, our last podcast was the one that was our PAX panel, and we didn't get the visuals up. But this is Newt, the Jabba with 2 blasters in the backpack.
Yeah. And this is
This is
Van Art
Uh,
Delay.
Van Art Delay, the
He's an
architect.
architect.
There he is.
I wonder.
What a
The
mess.
game cover was glorious.
Oh, I wish I
We
got
gotta,
that.
yeah.
Is something.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'll
I
have
have
to.
that saved.
We'll find all of it.
We need those Skittles.
Oh my god. Do it for the pod.
Do it.
Eat them.
Do it.
Eat them.
Well, we've hit about an hour, oh, a little over an hour. Is there anything else we want you to discuss? I'm sorry, I keep coughing into the mic.
If I had one criticism of Kenobi that I wish was better executed, I'd have to say I wish that the scene in the forest where they capture Leia was shot and
Oh, yeah.
choreographed better. A lot of
That was
people
odd,
have
right?
complained
chase
about
scene
the
was
chase in
silly.
Daiyu as well for some weird parkour, but honestly, I don't think that was nearly as weird to watch as the forest scene where they capture Leia was, because not only were like the thing that obstructed some of the kidnappers really unconvincing, like, oh no, a small branch has impeded me from
Oh my
capturing
god.
this child.
This dude eats shit. Falls over a
So
tiny little
silly.
branch. The
Not only
same
that, but,
branch
like-
that Han Solo steps on in episode 6 for crying
The
out loud.
woods looked like my childhood backyard. It felt so very like that was the one scene that felt very like fan film, student film.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like that only because of the choreography and just like the plainness of this woods that they've chosen. Like I
didn't
won't even
mind the
complain
plainness
about
of
how
the woods.
the mining planet was like literally just Southern California hills.
Well, that's what I was
Um,
going to complain about. Again, Filoni's backyard. They keep filming there.
The
Yeah.
cactuses.
They gotta get
Cacti?
they gotta get a new
Cacti.
place.
I'll
At
live
least
with that, but
they kind
there's
of
like-
explained it.
Marupa kind of looks like Tython.
Yeah, right.
A little bit, right?
Puzo. My God. Oh, this
Papusa,
used to
thank
be.
you.
This used to be. You know, all really nice greenery, but in the 10 years since it's turned into a desert, Southern California.
How convenient.
I don't think we'll see. I don't think we'll see Ahsoka or Yoda because I think it's
No.
very
Yoda.
centric
Yeah, I don't
on.
think we will.
It's very centric on Obi-Wan, Anakin, and probably Qui-Gon. We'll see eventually.
I was gonna
think.
say
So.
the only cameo I think
We
I'm
better
expecting
see
is Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon.
at this point.
Yeah,
I'll be
I think there's
pissed.
potential for them to possibly put Quinlan Voss in it since he was name dropped, but I think that's
Yeah.
highly unlikely. Since he was name dropped, I'd like to think that they might like act on it somehow
Yeah,
within the
I think
series.
in something else maybe. but-
But like literally since he was name dropped, because he's never been name dropped before, like in the movies. Because there's like the one random dude in the background of the Phantom Menace who everyone is like, oh, it's Quinlan Voss. But like, is it really?
I mean, yeah, it is.
So like,
That's where he came from.
is it really? Yeah, but so like they never like act on it because he's just sitting
Well-
there like at the stand like
Yeah.
a dope.
Right.
So like, maybe they'll like act on like that bit. But yes, I think I agree with Qui-Gon. That's gonna get
The
delivered
last-
on. It
with-
better get
with
delivered on.
Qui-Gon-
We're all gonna. Our minds are gonna explode.
When I mentioned the Alderaan thing, like how I wanted to see so much of that at the end of Revenge of the Sith, the other thing that I really wanted to see after Revenge of the Sith finished was Qui-Gon in ghost form, because like not only is Liam
almost had
Neeson one of my favorite prequel era Jedis because he's just such a maverick and he just doesn't give a crap what the council thinks, but Yoda literally says that he's gonna come back, and then it's not even a deleted scene or anything, and it's like,
I know.
well, come on,
Yeah.
pay off that moment. So if they don't, I think that will be a huge point against it, especially
They
with the heavy-handed hints that they've been giving us so
Oh, yeah.
far. It kind of has to, and it's like Boba Fett riding the Rancor. Like there was never a doubt in my mind that by episode 6 he was going to be riding that thing through Mos Espa.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I
you know,
like it.
him continuing to talk to Qui-Gon, it's also a nod to the comics in the Journals of Ben Kenobi. He does the same thing, where he talks to Qui-Gon kind of just like offhandedly. I told AJ yesterday he kind of acts like it's like Qui-Gon's his diary. Like he'll be like, "Hey Qui-Gon, today I made some stew and took a walk," and it's just like,
Oh, like
That's-
Tom Holland, Peter Parker talking to Iron Man. Like,
yeah,
this lady gave me a churro today.
yeah, exactly.
Qui-Gon's like,
I
shut
liked
up.
how
I'm trying to
in
live.
the-
Be a ghost in peace.
We didn't mention in the beginning either that I like how they did the here's what you missed so far, the story of Obi-Wan, like modern edited like trailer condensed of like the entire prequels. Like that was really cool to see like an official
That was cool.
like here's like the important bits of like their story like along the way. Cuz like you always see like fan edits of like stuff, but it was really cool to see like an actual like official nicely edited. This is how it happens. These are all the beats. I liked also.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna add to like to make everyone else feel like the prequels are a little bit more serious than they are in like actual execution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. They made
that's the point.
the story
more
more
dramatic.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that also in the third episode when like Obi-Wan's like just like trying to like process his thoughts and like he hears like Anakin like talking, I think that they re-recorded a few lines because like it sounded like a little different the way that like Hayden's voice was, just like the I hate yous and whatnot. Like I think that like when he's like thinking about it, it sounded different to me, but I'll be honest, I don't know it that well, so somebody double check me on that one eventually.
It sounded exactly like the clip to me, but
Hey,
that's just
I
me.
don't know. I might have just been in the moment actually like listening to it like harder. So
Right.
we shall see.
It's been great seeing him in the promotional stuff so heavily featured. Like I just feel so happy seeing him just sitting there with you and
Oh, I know.
yeah.
and
On
Moses.
stage. We saw him on stage. We were like right there. They
Ah.
seemed so happy together. Put their arms around each other as they left. It was like beautiful. Just
I
beautiful.
wonder if we'll see Hayden do any voice for Vader, like if his helmet comes off or something.
They
like
already did that. I think
there was one line.
Yeah, I heard.
I thought I heard it.
It was the "I am what you made me" line, right? That's what he said.
That's what I just said. That's what I was just
Okay.
trying to say, guys.
Okay.
I just didn't know what the line was.
Okay.
I'm beating
yeah,
around the bush here, trying to like save myself, and then you're like,
Wait,
no,
really?
it's not that.
You
And
guys
then
think-
you're like, oh, it's.
Do you guys think it was modulated to sound like Vader?
It
Or does it
was
sound like
a
James Earl Jones?
combination
No, no.
of James Earl Jones and Hayden Christensen's voice, the same way they did Matt Lanter and James Earl Jones's voice when he says Ahsoka in Rebels.
That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
it's
was
like-
off in my own world thinking about
I was
Obi-Wan
too.
Kenobi season 2.
It's okay. You guys are in like your own little like la la land anyway.
I've
But
been
yeah,
trapped in
I
this room
think
for
that
3 days. Somebody
you can
call.
go outside.
Somebody
You
call
know?
someone. I can't leave.
Yeah, you know who you've been calling? You've been calling AJ. You two are just been like talking to each other like this for the past 3 days and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
The EOP.
No fart.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan working at
Is,
Is-
Right.
is she
point.
just is she just sitting in that stall? Is someone taking care of her?
She's
Need to
farting.
know.
She'll be okay.
He's ripping wet
She'll be-
ones. I'm waiting.
She'll be fine.
Lusa.
The EOP will be fine. Obi-Wan and his EOP.
His fart powered EOP. That's gonna be the big. We're gonna rocket across. We're gonna rocket across the deserts of Tatooine at Mach 10. This thing's gonna be ripping.
all right. Let's
Oh my god.
let's wrap this baby up.
What
Please,
if you
please
poke the
All
lightsaber
right.
in the back like Vader did to that pool of gas? Like,
Oh,
do you
and
think
light it
that
up.
ignites it?
Holy crap! Oh
That was
my
quote for
God.
quote.
What a visual!
All right.
I'll be thinking about that for the rest of the
Okay.
night.
Okay.
Good stream, guys.
Good stream, guys. So this was
Glad
a
to be
loose
back.
summary of Kenobi episodes
The
1
loosest.
through 3 and a little bit of our celebration trip. I don't know. We'll be back regular posting. AJ, you alright? No, he's not alright, but he'll be okay. We'll be back regular posting with episodes as they come out. I don't know if AJ and I are going to be doing any reactions for Kenobi, but we will do our 1 day later live streams. So keep it tuned to our social media so you'll see what happens. And
I have one
can't
more
wait
fact,
to
I
chat
forgot.
again. What
I forgot
fact?
one more fact.
Okay.
One more fact. The meat that Obi-Wan is packing in episode 1 is from a Jakkusk, which is the flying animal that
Right.
they fight in Resistance. Remember when that big giant animal that's like flying around and they have to shoot him down to eat?
I'll be honest, no, I
Resistance?
don't remember.
I remember, but
Ringing a bell.
anywho,
Oh, I just want to also say that Jawa was great. I love the Jawa representation. They're just sassy little jerks. Like the
I
way he
agree.
was ripping on Kenobi
I
for being
concur.
all
Loved
gross
it.
and smelly.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. Yeah, that'll do it for the HML tonight. We'll be back next week. See you guys
HML
next time on HoloNet Marauders Live. Goodbye.
See
I'm
you
gonna eat the
guys.
Skittles. I'm gonna eat the Skittles. I'm gonna eat them.
Goodbye there.